Let me take you on a road trip to Vumba. Okay. So, this one is a road trip to Vumba vlog. I'm going to take you through everything. That's the price for the trip, cost for everything, the activities, the accommodation, everything and anything you need to know if you're traveling to Vumba. Okay, this is Rose Explores. I take you through different things, places, also Roseline underscore. It just depends on which channel you're seeing this video, but basic gist is I'm taking you to Vumba with me. So, four girls decided to visit the mountains alone on the road. So my friends and I decided to go to Vumba. It was the four of us. That was myself, Ali, Tana, and Gamu. So the first thing we did was we drafted a budget. The footage you're seeing on the screen right now is us already on the road. We were driving. So the first thing is we were going to drive to Vumba ourselves. So on our budget, the first thing that we needed was a fuel and toll gate budget, and we budgeted $150 for that. In fact, our budget was $150 per person. So in total, we had $600 to work with. When it comes to that $600, $150 was slotted for fuel and tolls, $100 for activities, $150 for food, and $200 for accommodation. Okay, once we get to the accommodation spot, I'll tell you more about that. So right now, what you're seeing on the screen was us in Mutare. We had already arrived in Mutare and we were looking for food. We met up in Marondera because I was coming from somewhere else and my other friends were coming from Harare. So we met up at Marondera. We bought some drinks for the road that you saw earlier in the video. And then we got on the road, good music, good vibes. We'd stop and have like bathroom break along the road, dance a bit. It was just vibes and vibes. The playlist was fire. Everything in the car was just vibes. I don't want to lie, I was enjoying myself. So the trip had already begun. The fun part was the whole journey together. So I'd advise that you get your own car and you go by yourself as compared to using public transport if you can. So we stopped in Mutare. Okay, so originally we had planned to leave Marondera around 8 a.m., but people were late. We ended up leaving around past 10. Got to Mutare around 2 p.m. Then we got to Vumba around 4 p.m., I guess. So what I'm showing you right now on the screen is our accommodation. This particular accommodation is called the Paddocks. The Paddocks Vumba. If ever you want details to go there, you can tell me in the comment section. That's how I'm going to get engagement. Ask in the comment section, I'll give you the details. So it's a house. It was a 3-bedroomed house that can accommodate up to 6 people, I think, 6 or 5 people. However, there were only 4 of us that booked the room. This is the outside. Look at how beautiful the outside is. And there's a pool. So the accommodation has different houses. I think about 2 houses that are rented out. The one that we're using is the other one that I'll show you in the interior. Talking about the interior, I know it doesn't look that good. It was looking more like a old white people decor. Not to be offensive, but that's what it is. So yeah, but they're actually doing some renovations to make it more modern. But the outside of the house is so beautiful that it makes up for the inside. Plus it's big and it's spacious. That's good enough. So the accommodation will cost $100 per night for the whole house. So it was quite affordable. We split it between the 4 of us. That was like how much? $50 per person for accommodation. So what you're seeing right now on your screen is us at this is us at Nyachoa Falls. So Vumba has quite a number of waterfalls. There's Marindi Falls, there's Nyachoa Falls, there's what's the other name? Okay, I'm forgetting the other names of the other falls. But the thing is, most of those falls aren't accessible during the rainy season. If you're visiting Vumba, I advise you don't go during the rainy season if you want to get to see all the falls. Reason being, they're not accessible. It's muddy, the slope, the road, it's bad, your car will sink, you will get hurt. So the only falls that the caretaker at the house that we were renting told us we could access, since it was rainy season, we went in April, by the way, was Nyachoa Falls. So to get to Nyachua Falls, I can really give you road directions. You'd have to get directions once you get to Vumba. But the thing about Nyachua Falls is the road is better, and you get a space to park, and then you walk to the falls. The falls are beautiful. You can get in the falls. They are deep. I know it doesn't look like that, but there is a dip portion, and people actually drowned there. There have been cases of fatalities, unfortunately. However, it's still a good spot to visit. So if you go to Vumba, one of the things that you have to do is visit the waterfalls, whichever one is accessible. If you go through during the rainy season, you'll only start going to Nyachua Falls. But if you go through off season, like when it's dry, you can go and visit Marindi Falls, and I'm forgetting the other falls name, but there's so many falls there. This beautiful place that you're looking at right now is the Botanical Gardens. I tell you, this place is beautiful. The greenery, the scenes, everything is so picturesque. Okay, talking about this, I just remembered I did not tell you the entrance price. To get to Nyachua Falls, you pay $1 per person. It's that affordable, guys. So you just have to pay $1 to get to the falls, and you get to see the falls for there's a guide there for I think an hour or so. You can just do what you want to do. Then when you get to the Botanical Gardens, the entrance fee is $3 per person to get into the Botanical Gardens. It's a huge place, and it's quite a beautiful place. You can do picnics there. They actually do activities there. Like if you want to get married, go get married at Vumba Botanical Gardens. It's a beautiful venue. So it's a venue for different activities, but I don't really know the price packages for those activities. Next, we were actually on a very tight budget, because not tight budget, but time, in terms of time. We only had Saturday to explore Vumba, because we got there on Friday evening and we didn't get to do much exploring Friday evening. We only got to do the road trip part of the thing, because it's not a road trip if you don't have fun on the road. Then we only had Saturday to wrap up as much and see as much of Vumba as we could, because we'd be leaving on Sunday. So what you're seeing now is the very famous hotel called Leopard Rock. I tell you, this place is gorgeous. It's so beautiful, guys. I think you can see from the video that's a beautiful place. It accommodates a lot of people. So if you want to stay in Vumba, you could also stay at Leopard Rock, but it's a bit more pricey, because I think the prices would range from $120 per person or something like that per night, as compared to getting a full house, so you can arrange with your friends. Depends on the budget. If you're rich, you can go to Leopard Rock. It's a beautiful place. I was disappointed when I got to Leopard Rock for two major reasons, but it was our fault, not their fault. We were late. By the time we got there, it was already 6 p.m. and the activities were closed, because I wanted to do castle viewing at Leopard Rock. They have castle viewing, they have a game drive, but during their game drive you use your own car. The castle viewing is $10. The game drive, I think it's $20 per car. Exactly. They also have animal feeding. What else? They have tennis, they have swimming. They have quite a number of activities, though they range from $5 to $10 going up. We wanted to have our dinner there, but they were fully booked, so we couldn't have dinner at Leopard Rock, which was such a bummer, because we really wanted to have food there. So we only got to see the hotel itself and its grounds and leave. So we ended up buying food from Pamujinga restaurant. It's actually very close to the paddocks. It's almost across the road, you can say, in a way. So it's very close to the paddocks. Yes, I do mix alcohol as my part-time. I don't drink, but I mix. So this food that you're seeing on the screen was from Pamujinga. In total, I think we spent like $80 on the food, but the food was quite affordable actually, and it was quite good. We didn't finish the food during the night, because people ended up getting tired, wasted, and so forth. In the morning is when we woke up and this contraption was made to heat up the food. This setup was just trying to heat up food. I want to show you the beautiful morning view. So this was me in the morning, and I was admiring the view. I told you this house is beautiful, guys, and I was watching the sunrise. It was such a beautiful experience, and I would think if you do go to Vumba, consider going to the paddocks, guys. It was a nice place. Outside, not inside. But as I said, they're renovating. Okay. Whilst we're talking about activities, there are a lot of activities we wanted to do but we couldn't get to do. I think I would advise that if you want to go, have more days or be more organized than we were. But then again, when you're having fun, you're having fun. A lot of things can happen. You can get behind schedule. So that's that. Okay, so when it comes to food, it just occurred to me that I didn't tell you what food we had. We actually bought some burger patties, samosas, half moons, stuff that is easy to cook. That was the stuff that we bought, but we ended up not using most of it because we just didn't have time to eat that much. But we did have some burgers for breakfast on Saturday morning, and some samosas whilst we were waiting for our delivery from Pamjinga, our food delivery. We had some samosas and what was it, half moons, spring rolls, samosas and spring rolls whilst we were waiting for our dinner. Probably that's why we didn't finish the food, now that I think about it. Anyway, so in terms of groceries, it's up to you guys, but I advise you get easy stuff that cooks very fast, because if you're on a trip, you want to be exploring, not cooking all the time. This house had a beautiful pool and we had the luxury of enjoying a lot of time swimming. Actually, when we arrived, I don't know why I don't have footage of that. When we arrived on Friday night, there was a bit of showers. It was overcast, but we went straight to the pool and started to swim, because how can you not? If you've got a beautiful pool, you got a beautiful pool. So we started swimming Friday night. It's a surprise to me that we didn't catch a cold, because we were just doing funny things. But anyway, so they also have a nice swimming pool at the house, nice flowers and views, so you can take pretty pictures. You can take gorgeous pictures. Actually, if you see, I have actually inserted some of the pictures in this video, so you get to see them. Look at my friend Ali, guys. She's just strutting her stuff in the pool. Hey, woo, pool day. Anyway, back on track. What else have I told you about? Unfortunately for us, the fuel prices went up right before we planned this trip, so we had to use about $150 towards like fuel and tolls, but it could have been less had it been at older fuel prices, because I think a full tank can take you from Harare and back, depending on the type of car you have. That is, we were using it
feels like rape when it comes from the wrong person.
It's not that much of a fuel consumer. It's a bit better than others. So on Sunday morning, when we were about to head back, we had one last stop at a tourist spot. This is called Prince of Wales. Right. Apparently you have to pay $1 to get to this place, though I guess it used to be free Kudara, but now things have changed. The council, Chichi, stuff like that. So you pay $1 to see this viewpoint. They're not activities, it's just a viewpoint where you get to see the border between Mozambique and Zimbabwe. You get to see just beautiful, what are you seeing right now on the screen? That's what you get to see when you get to Prince of Wales. It's a beautiful spot. So that was us wrapping up our road trip. We went back through Mutare and we stopped in Mutare. We got some ice cream. Actually, Gamo got some ice cream. I was having a bit of a tummy ache. I don't know if it's because of the leftovers we had just eaten and had, but yeah, so we were back on the road. Good music, good friends, good vibes. If you're going on a road trip, go with people who have fun, guys, because it's no fun if everyone is just sulking or everyone is just on the phone all the time. But if you have good company, the road trip is fun. Also, remember to carry board games and stuff. In the evening, when you're done exploring, you need some activities. Have board games, have some sort of entertainment, drinking games and so forth if you do. So that was us wrapping up our trip. This spot, we were at Sari, getting some pies because how can you go through Marondera and not get a sari pie? At the end of this video, what you're seeing are just gorgeous pictures of my friends and I from our time in Vumba. If you do have any questions about going to Vumba, please ask in the comment section and I'll get back.